Hi everybody, what's going on? So I want to come to you guys today to talk about toning. I'm getting a lot of questions about what I'm doing to tone my body, and I'm far from done, but I will share with you guys some of the basic things that I'm doing to tone my arms, my stomach, my legs, and my neck. So the first thing I want to state is that I am not a professional. I am not a trainer. I'm just telling you guys what's working for me. It may don't work for you. I suggest if you find a method that works for you, stick to that method. And yeah, so that's my disclaimer. I want to say thank you, of course, to all of my new subbies. Thank you guys so much for following me on my journey. Okay, so the first thing we're going to start with is my legs. My legs were the first thing that toned on my body. I carry most of my weight up top, so it seems that because I'm more top heavy, that part was the last to go. So my legs toned first. And what I did to tone my legs were I walked almost every single day of my journey, and that's how I started my weight loss journey. And I know people say, oh, walking doesn't burn many calories, you're not going to burn weight with walking. First of all, when I first started my journey, that was all I can do. I wasn't into doing all this jumping around stuff that I do now. So walking was the best thing for me, not only because that was a great place to start for beginners, but it helped tone my legs like crazy. I walked maybe no more than 30 minutes 3 to 4 times a week for about a month, and then I gradually increased it to 5 days a week, and then 6 days a week, and then an hour, and then so forth. Then I start adding more intense cardio. But throughout my entire journey, I have walked for the minimum of 15 minutes. I will decide to go to a store and I would just walk instead of driving, or I would just go for a general walk after lunch or after dinner, because I don't like sitting with a heavy stomach. So I just take a nice cruise. I'll power walk, I'll slow walk, whatever it is you want to do, but it really helps tone your lower body. Now, along with the walking, I've done squats and lunges, and the best program that has helped tone my legs by far is Supreme 90 Day, the leg DVD. So if you just want to tone your legs and you're not really into the Supreme 90 Day program, just do the legs out of the DVD set. It will tone the heck out of your legs. So those are the main things that help tone my legs. And of course, me going to Curves and using the machines there throughout my entire journey. So those are how I tone my legs. Now, okay guys, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is what I'm doing to tone my arms. I have tried so many things, so many products. So I'm going to share with you guys the things and the products that I feel work the best for me. Now, number one, the most important thing, definitely, and let me repeat, definitely if you have a lot of weight to lose, more than 60 pounds, you have to start strength training right away. I know we want to wait for strength training because you tend to gain weight because you're gaining muscle and you feel like, oh no, I just want to be losing pounds. But strength training from the beginning of your journey, I think, was the key with the way my arms are able to have toned up from the way they were. Like, I had a whole lot of wiggle jiggle here. Now I still have some, but far from the way it used to be. Now, what I used in the beginning, when I would go walking, now these are my nieces now, so she don't play with me messing with her weights. I would put these on my wrist. I don't think it really did much, but I would swing my arms when I was walking. And doing this every single day from the beginning of my journey, it was doing something. So using the weights, you can put them on your wrist, but I like to hold them like this so I can kind of get I felt like I was getting my arms better this way by balling them up in a fist. Or you can use them on your arm, however you want to do it. But you can get you weights. I believe these are 1-pound weights. So they're really light. Using regular weights, 5-pound, 10-pound, 15, 20. I was never the person who lift heavy weights. What worked for me is using smaller weights. I use 5 and 10 majority of my journey. I use 15 and 20 when I'm feeling bold, but most of the time, no, y'all. Like, y'all be thinking I'm lifting heavy. No, I use 5 and 10 pounds. But I've been doing that consistently for about 2 years now. No, I'm lying. A year and a half. However long I've been on my journey, I don't know. But I've been using the 5 and 10 pound weights. Another thing that I use, and these, like when you go to the doctor's office and stuff, they be having stuff like this. You're like, oh, you know, can I take this? Don't be afraid to ask, because they, you know, it's there, I'm assuming, for us. But if not, oh well. But I don't just take it. Actually, I think this was given to me from the owner of my gym. So, but I've seen these in doctor's offices too. So anyway, you want to take these, and while you're sitting down watching TV, or you watching one of your favorite YouTube videos, hi, hopefully it's me, you're sitting there with your little resistance tube, and you just pull, and it feels like, oh, you can feel it so much in your arms using these tubes. You can also, of course, buy them from the store, and they come like this. It kind of looks like a jump rope, and it's called a resistant tube. You can get the medium strength, you can get the light, and a lot of them come with workout DVDs as well. So resistant tubes are great for when you're just sitting down watching TV. They're so multi-purpose. You can use them to work your legs, your arms, everything. So this is another key thing that I think helped tone my arms. With the resistant tubes and the weights, I also use the shake weight. Now, I feel funny about this because of what it looks like when you're doing it. Okay? But it really has helped tone my arms. And I use the man one because it's heavier. I feel like the female one is just too light when I tried it. And it's 5 pounds. And you just shake it. You know, just shake it, shake it, shake it. You know, hold it over. Definitely if you want to get the back of your arms, you want to hold it over your head and shake. So, yeah. The shake weight is another great thing. And now this is on sale, and they even sell this at like Ross and stuff for like $5, $10. So you can find this really, really cheap. The next thing I've used to help tone my arms, I am not with a regular gym. I go to Curves, and I feel using Curves over this amount of time that I've been on my journey has definitely helped tone my overall body. And I think that's one of the great things about Curves. You don't feel like it's working, but over time you see it in your body, all these different muscles that you didn't know you had. So Curves, of course, has played another role with toning my arms. And may I say, the dance pole. You guys, by far, using the dance pole has literally popped out muscles on my arms. And it's because you're pulling, trying to lift your own body weight on the pole. So that has definitely helped tone my arms as well. So as far as the workout programs that I feel has worked the best with toning my arms, I will have to say hands down, Supreme 90 Day. Now, I know it is a boring program. One of my divas suggested to me to play regular music over the DVD because, you know, he may sound a little boring. So you can go ahead and put on your Trey Songz or whatever you like to listen to work out, and just watch the workout DVD. But I don't even care about how boring it is. It gives me the best results when it comes to my arms every time I do the program. So Supreme 90 Day, #1, is the best program that has helped tone my arms. The other program that I think that has worked best with toning my arms is called Turbo Fire. You guys, oh my goodness. all that punching. I don't know if it's all that punching that I'm doing, but I've definitely noticed towards the end of my journey, my arms are really toning up, and I've been doing TurboFire. Products that I'm using to help tone my arms. I think this is going to be a very long video, so I do apologize, but I do want to be very thorough with showing you guys the things that's working for me. I will insert a clip because I've already showed you guys in one of my favorites the products that I use on my stomach and my arms. So I'm going to go ahead and insert that clip now. And it's vitamin E and vitamin C. You can get the name brand version or the cheaper version from your local pharmacy. And with that, I also use these products. These are the products that I'm using to help tone my skin, and it is working great wonders. Now what I do here, I use the vitamin C renewal, and I use a small drop of this. You don't want to be super greasy, and I rub it together and put it on my neck area, and using this combination is doing great wonders with my neck area. Now this combination here is doing great wonders with my stomach and my arms. And what I put into that bottle is shea butter, vitamin E oil, coconut oil, as well as extra virgin olive oil. So along with that, those products that you saw there, this Apothederm, and I use this for my stretch marks. But I've noticed over time that is really helping tone my arms too. And it says that it improves with your the elasticity of your skin. I didn't see it in the beginning, but after a while of me using this product, I definitely started to see that this also works for toning of the skin. Now as far as to use this as a toning product, no, I don't think it'll work by itself just to tone your body. I will look for another product for toning. But along with, you know, trying to get rid of my stretch marks, I have noticed not only has it improved my stretch marks, but it definitely improved the appearance of my skin. So yeah, this is another product that I think is working for toning my arms. Okay, guys, so the final thing I want to discuss is what I'm doing to tone my stomach, aka Queen Sheba, now known as Princess Sheba, because it's going down, you guys. It's really going in, and it's really toning. And I can tell you guys, I've tried everything. I've tried so many things to try to lose my stomach, and the one thing that I can say that has worked the best is your diet. You have to be eating the right foods to not only get rid of your stomach, but to help tone your stomach. And for me, what type of diet that worked best for me was going lower carb. I carried majority of my weight in my stomach, so I noticed when I went on a lower carb lifestyle, my stomach instantly started to melt away. Now low carb is not for everybody, and I'm not trying to stress, hey, go on a low carb diet. If you are doing something that's working for you and is getting rid of your stomach and toning your stomach, you know, stick with that. Of course, do what works for you, but what worked best for me was going on a lower carb lifestyle, and that is I don't take in over 100 carbs per day. I had already given up bread. I went to flat out flat wraps and stuff like that, so I don't eat bread anymore. So that wasn't hard for me to give up. What was hard for me to give up was the 100-calorie snack packs and the chocolate snacks, like, you know, Skinny Cows and stuff like that. Those were my weaknesses, and you know, although they're not bad at all because it's portion control items, it was still keeping my stomach intact. Like, it wasn't getting rid of my stomach. So when I eliminated those packaged snacks and replaced it with just eating tons of fruit, and the fruits I eat, of course, because you know, I'm on a lower carb lifestyle, is I eat a lot of berries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, When I want more carbs, of course, if it's fruits and vegetables, I don't care. Like, I'm not so strict where, oh, I want to eat an orange. I can't have an orange because I've already had 100 carbs. No, I'm not strict like that with myself. But as far as like having additional carbs, like brown rice and stuff like that, I'm very strict. Like, hey, okay, well, I'm going to allow myself no more than 50 carbs or whatever. Carbs are not bad. They're not nothing to be afraid of. But for me, going lower has helped me. I start eating lower carb snacks, and you can of course look them up or Google them, some healthy snacks that you may like. But I found K Naturals make great snacks that's lower carb. Quest bars, like it's my protein, my snack, my fiber all in one. Like I love Quest bars. What else? Yeah, there's tons of ways you can substitute, and I didn't know that there was a lot of ways you can substitute, but you just got to research what is your weakness as far as when it comes to carbs and find replacements for it, because there's a replacement and a substitute for everything out there. So that was key number one, lowering down my carbs. The same workout programs that has helped tone my arms are the ones that's helping with my stomach. Supreme 90 Day, the #1 program that has worked best for me with getting rid of my stomach. Any type of cardio workout, Biggest Loser, you can do any, you want to get in your cardio, so you want to burn the fat. So getting in a good cardio exercise is going to help also along with your diet. It has to be in sync. Like you can't just work out and eat bad, or eat bad and work out. You're going to lose weight, but if you want to see your best results, you have to put them together and work on both. Every time I work out, I have to use my Gold's Gym waist trimmer belt. And this was a tip that was shared from me from one of my divas. So please in the comment section leave as many tips that's working for you so we can all share and, you know, find stuff that may work for us that we didn't know about. So every time I work out, I put on 2 Gold Gym waist trimmer belts. Now, granted, they make you look pregnant, so you don't want to be walking around like, hey, y'all, you know, because people will be looking at you like, dang, you showing quick? I just saw you yesterday. So it do give you that hump in your stomach, but don't worry about that. If you're working out at home, you know, you're in the privacy of your own home. Now, if you at a gym, look, I don't care no more. I'll go to my gym looking pregnant with my belt. They already know what's under there. But if you more, you know, self-conscious about it, maybe you don't want to use it at the gym. But look, we're trying to get rid of all that bloatness in our stomach. So you can put on a loose shirt so it can kind of cover a little bit. Or a jacket, but you're going to be hot and I don't want you to pass out. So I don't know, but just try to ignore that you look pregnant. Okay, so once you get past the you looking pregnant part, you want to work out with your belt on. Don't put it directly on your stomach because you will break out and be itching. So avoid putting it directly on your stomach. You can put a t-shirt and then put the waist belt on. And you just work out normally, and it's going to be so full of sweat and all this water released from your stomach. It does not get rid of fat at all, you guys. It's not like you're going to, you know, lose fat. But if you carry a lot of stomach weight and a lot of bloatiness in your stomach, using the sweat belts really help. And another thing that you can use is saran wrap. Now, I tried this method and I felt like I was going to pass out, and I don't know if I wrapped myself too tight, but I did not like the saran wrap with the sweat belts. But I did see a lot of water come out of my stomach. So you can try that method, but hey, like I said, take my tips with a grain of salt. I'm just telling you some things that has worked for me or has worked for some of my divas, and she recommended using the saran wrap with the sweat belts. But make sure you don't do it too tight, and you will definitely see your stomach go in some. And to keep it from rolling up, what I do is put on some really tight spandex shorts. on top of the belt. Okay, you guys, so that is all my tips and all the things that I'm using to help tone my stomach and tone my arms, tone my legs. Oh, and as far as the same thing that I'm doing to tone my legs is what I'm doing to build and lift my booty. So I don't have to say it like that, but y'all know what I'm saying, to build my glutes. The squats, the lunges, and the walking is helping with my glutes and the body bar flex. So I forgot to mention that. I just threw that in there because I know a lot of people ask me what I'm doing for my backside. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any type of tips or tricks that is working for you, that is not dangerous or can harm you, please list it in the description box. Let this be an open forum for us all to share tips with each other. And let's not hold no secrets. If there's some good stuff that you find, then share with us. So I will talk with you guys later, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye, guys.